Hey everybody, welcome to the Saturday AM Roundtable show. I'm your host, Jacqueline Rindy, and today we have some very special guests from our artist and writer team division. We have David Yoon, White Manga, Alexis Stokes, and Morgan Walker. I'll let each of them introduce themselves and what they do. So I guess we could start with Alexis and Morgan, and we could end with White and David. You want to take it away, Alexis?
I knew that
Battle
would
of
happen.
attrition. Who's going to go first?
Who's gonna go first? Okay. Hi, my name is Alexis Stokes. I'm the staff writer for Saturday Fred's Mortal Enemy. So I write most of the articles in the magazines or on the blog posts. So if you see those are me. So give me my flowers like I deserve them.
All right. How about
And, I'm Morgan Walker. Oh, yeah, I'm Morgan Walker. I'm a Shonen manga creator. I'm the creator of Soul Beat for Saturday AM. Happy to be here.
I'm White, creator of Apple Black, in Saturday AM, co-founder of Saturday AM, and I mean that's pretty much it. That's all I do.
And I'm Unicorn, author of Spoon. So nice to see everybody.
All right. Hey, thanks for coming on and appearing for our first episode. Now, I know that we've done a roundtable show before for you guys who are watching, but we haven't really had a whole lot of people able to manage the show. So, here we are, with this revised show of the roundtable show. We were going to call it author comments, but me and a team of people, we were like trying to convince Fred that, hey, that's kind of a lame name, author comments. Let's just go with the different name. So, we're just gonna stick to the round table show. So here we are, we're gonna right. I mean, I like it. I like round table better. Um
Yeah.
Yeah, just get Fred, just throw him under a bus.
but we're gonna be talking about anime and manga and just kind of like things going on in pop culture on the show. So, we hope that you guys watching will enjoy it as much as we will. But let's get right into it. The first topic that I wanted to cover is just kind of everything that we have going on in Saturday AM. Specifically with our graphic novels. So I'll go ahead and hand it over to David. And David, you could kind of explain what our graphic novels are and what's going on, if you can.
So I think what happened was we had a Kickstarter, and then after the Kickstarter, the company Saturday AM pitched to Quarto Books, and we finally got a successful deal. And now we got a whole line of books coming out for all our diehard fans. And yeah, so look forward to it. It's going to be on Barnes and Nobles, and it'll be around the world. And I'm personally excited to see everything in print because I've been with Saturday AM since what it was like it's been 8 years, right, White? It's been a long time. Yeah,
you've been pretty much since the jump.
Yeah, so like I said, I always tell everybody I'm very proud to be part of this family, and I can't wait to see what happens.
So basically, you got Apple Black Volume 1 and 2 by me, Hammer Volume 1 and 2 by Jay Oden, Saigami Volume 1 by Seni, Yellow Stringer Volume 1 by Jeffrey and Frederick Volume 1, Massively Multiplayer World of Ghosts by Frederick and Oscar Fong Volume 1. We got the How to Draw books, which we can talk about further, teaching you guys how to draw diverse manga, where it has all the usual tutorials as well as tutorials you wouldn't traditionally find in the How to Draw books. That's coming out. And then you got Oblivion Bruges by Pop Sule. That's volume 1 of that's coming out, and then that's it. Unless I'm for Titan King by Tony Dawkins.
You already said that. Yeah, so we got that's
very good.
Memory.
Yeah.
Very good.
Don't mess with my memory, And then next year we'll be getting more books: Clock Striker, Henshin, Underground, Gunhild, and we'll see how things play out. The books are going to be pretty interesting, innovative in many ways. All the books will have like a post-credit scene
Hmm.
Some longer than others. Some post-credit scenes were kind of tied to like a Saturday multiverse with all our characters coming together, kind of teasing all that comes with that. Some of the pages of the books will be in color, the more traditional manga book size. It'll be published worldwide in all stores, Barnes and Noble, Amazon, blah blah blah. Translated. I talk about this stuff all the time, so it's kind of like I just push a button and a record button in my brain. It's like boom, play.
That's awesome. So I'm gonna need that superpower one of these days. But yeah, yeah, we got a lot of cool stuff coming out, lots of cool books. And
Yeah, so go pre-order,
yes,
get some trading cards.
yes. Oh yes, the trading cards too. If you pre-order them now, you get exclusive trading cards. I believe there's like 50 of them, 50 of them from different series, or 25, something like that, 50. So yeah, yeah, pre-order them now while you can. David, you said that we're gonna be on Barnes and Nobles. We're also on Amazon, Books a Million, even Walmart. I noticed
Walmart,
today we're on Walmart,
Yeah,
so I'm like, oh
yeah,
wow, we're there. Um,
yeah.
but yeah, so speaking of the graphic novels, I know that we've had a couple promotional events going on. Specifically, Cordo has set them up, and I know we had some in Texas, and White was there for the event. So, White, you kind of want to talk about how it went and your experiences in the show?
So it was two events. One was kind of like a pitch, not necessarily a pitch, but you'd be talking to some bookstores and libraries and things like that, and had 4 minutes to kind of stand up in front of everybody, and it's basically like stand up. And I had to. This was in San Antonio, and make a couple of people laugh and let them know why Saturday AM is the way to go, and Apple Black and all of that. And so that was fun. It was fun to meet new people and talk to them, like people in complete, like most of these people don't really understand manga, to be honest, but they know that it's doing well in your stores and they want to learn more and things like that. So it was nice to be in there and fill in that gap, but also the experience of doing this. Shout out to Corto for giving us the opportunity to do this, because there will be more events like this for other creators, other people that are part of the program, who have their own books. And like I said, this was in San Antonio, Texas, and then there was one in Fort Worth, where in both cases I got to meet some Corto people as well, and so that was cool. And the one in Fort Worth, there was like a little bit of a book signing, even though I was signing the arcs, and these are like libraries and people in schools, and that's another outlet and where the books are going to go. So that was cool. Sipping on my
Awesome.
Whataburger in Texas.
That's cool. So what would you say kind of was the initial reaction like when you kind of started the event? Like did people kind of flock to the books and just start like kind of reading it, or did they have a lot of questions, or what was kind of the general
I think,
reaction?
yeah, I think there was a general interest in general, just because manga is doing so well, especially in the pandemic. I don't know what happened, but somehow in the pandemic, manga is doing like much better. Um, and so there's that interest. They know the kids like it, So there's just a general interest, but at the same time, they don't really know much of manga. So there's a gap there that we kind of get to fill.
Hmm.
And so it was good. It was cool to talk to them about it. And I think they were also interested in the fact that our stuff is different from the traditional manga that's out there, where we have creators as well as characters that are more representative of the world globally versus just Japan and
Hmm.
typical Eurocentric stuff and all that, where it's that and then some, Black, Hispanic, and so on, and not just ethnicity, but across the board. So diverse manga, global fourth wave manga, and I think they were interested in that heavily. In fact, one of the people, when I was doing my little 4 minute stand up, that was kind of what caught her attention. So she was not only interested in Apple Black, but she also gave us her card to kind of talk about all the books eventually as well. So she's interested in the whole line and what we represent. So in general, just not knowing too much about manga, wanting to learn more, and then being excited about what we are and what we could potentially be.
Yeah, yeah, and I think that's good that you mentioned that, because our stuff does look uh like the manga style represented in Japan, but we have our own spin on it. We have creators from different countries all over the world, pitching in with the ideas, sharing stories that only they could tell. That's something new and that's something different. And our stuff caters to a lot of like kids, teenagers, young adults. So almost anyone can get into this stuff. But yeah, the so from what I know, the books we have gotten people to review the books pre-launch, and I know we've gotten some good reviews on them. I know we've gotten support from Tony Valente, who is the manga creator from Radiant, and I know that we've gotten a feature on Diamond Comics distributors. I believe it's the April issue that we were featured on, but we got a whole interview article with Fred, and we have previews of our graphic novels in their issue, which I think is super cool. I'm not familiar with any more details in that regard, so if you guys know more background about that, you could enlighten me.
Yeah, it's just a Diamond essentially is where a lot of people get a lot of stores get their books from, and so we're featured in the catalog in a really nice, cool way, and plus the interview, so that was nice.
They
And
didn't go out of business, White. I thought like during the pandemic they were struggling, so I thought they
yeah,
were out of business.
there were some issues, especially some things about Marvel and DC kind of taking a step back from them in some kind of fashion, but they're still there, alive and kicking.
Okay, all right, good.
Yeah,
Because
so
I've heard about they've been around for how long? Like decades, right? Like
pretty much,
yeah,
and like 90% of everybody comic stores, that's where they get their
yeah.
stuff.
They're like a staple. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's like
so it's really cool to be featured in that.
yeah, yeah. That is awesome. That's
Yeah.
yeah.
And then Tony Valente and Sanford Green, Eisner Award winner Sanford Green, both
Mm-hmm.
endorsed the book line,
Mm-hmm.
and so we'll be getting shout out to them. We really appreciate it. And we had this interviews with Tony as well on Saturday Con, and then a longer interview on the YouTube channel as well. So really, really, really down to earth guys. Really appreciate their endorsement. And in fact, the endorsement will also be on the books, at least some of the books, in some kind of fashion, which is also cool because Tony got an endorsement from Yusuke Murata, creator of One Punch Man,
Wow.
in Japan. And so in Japan, the versions of the books in Japan kind of have some stuff from Yusuke Murata on the books. So a lot of people were like, maybe this is when One Punch Man was like hot. So people come into the stores like and they'll put like Tony's books right next to it, and then Yusuke is kind of tied to that. Kind of helps
Really, I didn't know that.
like a cosign, a little bit of a cosign.
Uh,
So people in Japan gave Radiant more of a chance when it dropped there, and that's how some anime producer by Volume 3 of Radiant was interested in making it, and
Mm,
anime popped up.
nice.
Radiant is great, and the art is incredible. He is,
It is,
yeah,
yeah.
he really
Tony,
like his line
Tony's
work
great.
and everything. It's amazing. It is his artwork is stunning. It's incredible.
Mm-hmm. It really is. And Fred was mentioning this a couple times the other day, but something interesting that he saw was at his local Target. And this isn't an experience for me because I've never seen this before, but apparently this is a thing. If you go to like your local Target, there's apparently a section in the store next to the CDs and the books where they sell manga. I've never seen this before, but Fred has said that he's seen it. He had pictures of it, but with your guys' support, if you guys can help us pre-order the books, that'll help us kind of get the word out there to these big retail companies like Target, so potentially we can get our books right there for you guys, so you guys can just walk into your store and buy them. But that would be our goal, our end goal of getting our books in there. But other than that, I know there was something I missed. What was it I asked you to remind me of? I forgot what it was. I know it has something to do with the graphic novels. Or
Oh, I
JP.
think it was
Yeah, I
they're
think
all black
yeah,
and white, right? All the books,
yeah. The
including
books are
Hammer. Because
they're
Hammer, I remember Jay Oden back in when he first started. His like vision was to have them all in color. So that's one of the things I asked. I was like, oh, is for Quarto is it going to be all color? But I think it's black and white, right?
Yeah, so the books are primarily, grayscale, black and white tone, screen tone, that kind of thing. But there are some select pages that are still in color. So the chapter covers will be in color, things like that, or extra illustrations, because the books kind of have exclusive content in there as well. So there is color, but primarily the majority of the pages are, in that traditional grayscale vibe. Traditional manga
Because
stuff.
I remember he wanted everything in color, so I was just like, man, that's a lot of work, man. And I know he colored like the first book, so I was just
Yeah,
like,
he pretty much colored. Yeah, he did.
so I was like, that sucks. That
Well, he had the black and white versions anyways. And I'll be honest, personally, I think they both look good, but the black and white I think looks even better.
Yeah, that's personally what I think, because I'm like old school. I like black and white. I think it's doing color is like nuts.
Well, it's always an opportunity for like a quote perfect edition.
Yeah,
in the future,
right?
Yeah.
Black and white, you can't go wrong.
Yeah,
And
very
it's
rarely,
easier to
yeah.
make too than adding color.
Absolutely.
It's cheaper. Yeah, it's cheaper.
That too.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah. But jumping from this conversation, the way that our artists here at Saturday AM are able to make these graphic novels is by making manga. And all of our artists are making manga consistently, and we promote all of that on our app, so you can read all of the manga on the app, like every month. We try to make a brand new issue every month with new stories. And for those people who are just getting into Saturday M, we have events that highlight you as an artist and get you noticed by our company. And we even have avenues from those events that get you into Saturday M, so you could produce your own manga. And, if you make enough content, then we can make a graphic novel just like these artists here. One of those events that we have at Saturday M is called Summer of Manga. Now I know Alexis and Morgan haven't really had a chance to talk yet, so I'm gonna kind of leave it to them for this part. But Morgan, can you kind of explain to the audience what Summer of Manga is about, and how people can get involved with it?
Yeah, so Summer of Manga is an annual event. I don't remember when the first one was hosted, because I think before that we even had a thing called Pilot Manga. But it's basically we are looking for new and up and coming talent, whether it's writers or artists or a team of both, preferably. We want someone who can either do both, or a really solid team. And the idea is that you guys submit to us a pitch, and usually use a format of like X meets Y. We actually have had reviews, or Frederick has talked about that kind of format and why that's effective in our business. But then once you submit it and it's been reviewed by the Saturday AM team, it actually gets published in our magazine. And your work not only gets shown to our audience, but you can also, I think the audience has a chance to vote on what their favorite was or how they felt about the series. And you possibly could have a chance to actually be part of the entire team, whether it's Saturday AM or brunch or PM or whatever. It's just a really good opportunity to test yourself as a creator, get yourself some exposure among other really talented creators like White and Senny and Raymond and David and etc. It's just a really cool event, and I think that that's starting right now. We're doing submissions. You can go to our website. There should be a link at the top of the Saturday AM page that goes directly to the Summer of Manga, and there's information there on how you guys can submit and what the requirements are.
Yeah, and I know we have a lot of people who are interested in signing up and participating. A lot of our fans are artists and writers, storytellers. Now I know there's a lot of frequently asked questions that we get concerning Summer of Manga. Most of them being, oh, if I already have a manga series, if I already have a chapter one, a chapter two, can I just submit that? So what would your response be to that, Morgan? Are we looking for chapter ones, chapter twos, or are we just looking for a brand new short story?
Ideally, we want short stories or a type of one shot. Because obviously, if you come in with this idea of like, I want to tell this grand story, it's hard to do that. There's a page limit. I don't remember if we cap it at 10 or 20 pages. But the idea is you want to tell a complete story in a short amount of time. And I think if people come in with this notion of, well, I'm going to tell the next Naruto or I'm going to tell the next Bleach, they're not going to be as effective in creating a one shot in as few pages as possible. So, and if anything, it's a good opportunity to kind of, again, test yourself in coming up with a unique story, maybe something that somebody hasn't done before or something that you've been kind of pondering. But we want something pretty concise that also helps us to kind of evaluate it. So we're not trying to examine all this exposition that you're trying to get into a story that may or may not even get published in our magazine.
Gotcha, gotcha. So, what artist from Saturday AM came from Summer of Manga, Morgan? I know we have several, but I just wanted to ask you.
Hmm.
I know Jeffrey John Louise did. Oh, my cat just turned on the light over there. But the story that he submitted was like Mara the Martian. Again, that was a really cute one-shot story that he did. He's now the artist for Yellow Stringer, so and it's in a completely different magazine. I'm actually trying to remember.
Better off ignorant. Look.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, and Oscar Fong.
Yes, I think Oscar he had submitted something prior to me joining, so that's probably why I didn't remember because he had another series.
Yes, and I loved that series. I'm so upset that it's not continuing as it should.
Yeah,
Remedium
it was a Medium Plus, and Oscar had a
writer.
he had a different writer with that one. I can't remember 100% if they actually came through Summer of Manga because I'm not sure Summer of Manga was even around yet.
I'm pretty
I
sure.
think maybe it was Pilot Manga or something.
Yeah.
But either way, you have Metal Souls, DD Mark. He has a series now, and so for a lot of those guys who have their own series and they just want to throw it in, you can make a one-shot version of your series because we want to see if you can actually even make 10 pages, right? Or something like that,
right.
Something concise to test your skill type thing. You want to test you as a creator. You want to test how you were able to follow instruction, and like it's a host of things, and that's why it's structured the way it is because we've been doing it for a while now. So you have DD Mark who does Metal Souls, and he had a one shot, and now he has a different version of that same series that's running in the magazine right now. And then you had Zafe who kind of came in with something completely different, and now he does Orisha. So.
Mm-hmm. Right, right. And we also have Genji Otori, who participated in a summer manga, I believe, about 2 years ago, and she had created this samurai type manga. Now she does a series with us called Skyward Bound. I could name several more artists that came from summer manga, like Christina Onderbach with Brimheim. But summer manga is just a great way for you guys to get involved with us. For us to see your work, see your storytelling abilities, and then we publish your one shot story for our fans all over the world to read. So it's great exposure for you. Now, I'm not sure on the details of this, but the selected people who will be participating in Summer Manga, which could be anywhere from I don't know, maybe 6 to 10 people. I could be wrong about that, but we're not selecting a lot of people. Those people that we end up selecting, we're going to be commissioning them to create a story for a Saturday annual, which is going to be kind of like our magazine at the end of the year that recaps everything that happened for the previous year. And there's no specific prizes that will be given away to people who participate in the summer manga. The prize will essentially be just having your work seen for a global audience, but it's still a prize. It's still a prize of it in itself, and if you get that opportunity to work with us, you're going to be riding a wave. We're taking off right now with
They'll be paid.
yeah, just everything that's going on. So like if you guys can, jump on this, get involved, that'd be great. If you guys are writers but not artists, try to find an artist that, is willing to draw your manga for you. Because we do take that as well. But registrations are closing very soon. I believe we will be closing them on May 6th, which is like this week. So, you guys make sure to register, sign up, and, get your chance to, be seen with Summer of Manga. But other than that, I think that's about it when it comes to Summer of Manga.
I just want to add, because the part of the prize is they have a chance to be in Saturday Annual, right, in the book, and they'll be compensated financially, not much, but like financially for being in that. So, I mean, that's a big prize. The book will be worldwide translated, and you get paid. Nobody else is doing that for you.
That's true. That is true. But super exciting stuff, and all of those Summer of Manga stories are going to be shown through our app on our magazines, and I want to bring Alexis up here to kind of talk about our magazines. She's really involved with creating the articles that we produce in the magazines. So, could you tell us maybe about what kind of magazines we have in the app and what kind of stories Saturday M has for people to read?
So we have 4 magazines, if I'm not mistaken. So it's Brunch, AM, PM. What's the other one? It's not afternoon. Okay, that's something else.
There's only 4 of them.
Yes, so I said Brunch, AM, PM. The other one. Oh my God.
It's not afternoon?
No, it's AM, PM, brunch, and afternoon. And afternoon is not even really a mag.
I said that. I said afternoon. Okay, so basically, AM is geared towards a younger boy audience, like a shonen type of audience. PM is more like seinen, more adult type content for mostly males, and brunch is more of the LGBTQ community. So you'll see like different type of stories within those. More diversity than those. Lots of more diverse cosplayers, writers, artists, and everything. So I would go out and interview certain people for different type of material. So like maybe I might do an LGBTQ artist or like a cosplayer in that certain magazine, and you'll get featured in there if you get picked. If you answer my email quick enough, then yes, you'll get featured in one of those magazines. See, articles for AM are most like shonen. So I wrote like Demon Slayer for AM one time. For PM, I wrote the Arcane article, which is more like adult and everything. Brunch, I have a run thing for brunch if I can't remember correctly. Yeah.
Awesome.
Afternoon is like so.
Awesome. So do you work on all of the do you write articles for all of the magazines, or are you specialized like one or two?
I do like all of them. I have help with Hiram Blanco who helps me with those, so I get him like to find people or like write articles, depending if I'm on a time crunch. So I have him do some stuff. But I'm mostly in almost every article, in every magazine.
Awesome. That's cool. Now I know we just came out, I believe we just came out with a new issue, and it has, Jay Odin's art on the cover, and you guys could check it out in the app. Now do you know everything that was in the latest issue that you could, just share with anyone who's curious?
So in the latest issue, we do have a Jay Odin doing a cover. I know we have Meta Souls in there. We have a interview by Marissa Moon or Moon Killer 17. She's a cosplayer. She's really she's fantastic. She's so sweet. I was interviewing her. We also have. Let's see what else is in there. I read it a little bit of it. I'm trying to remember everything that was in there.
I think we had an article on Chart Madness. Like we were taking a look at like
like retrospective of it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The retrospective. Yeah, I remember. Okay, yeah, you're right. I remember everything in the magazine. What else?
I know we had those 2 articles, and then we had the manga in there. And then we had the letter from the publisher, which we have with every magazine that you guys can read. And it's free, so you don't have to, at least right now. I think if you wait too long, then you might have to pay something on the app. But right now it's free, so if you guys could go, are able to check it out, just check it out. But yeah, I mean, other than that, you guys want to, find out more information about our events, our graphic novels, how to join Saturday AM. Be sure to follow us on social media at Saturday AM, and be sure to follow these artists and writers that we have. We have, Alexis Stokes, we have Morgan Walker, we have White Mongan, we have David Yoon. And yeah, I just want to thank these guys for being on the show for this first episode.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks for having us again. It's Saturday-am.com, and I think everybody here has been doing great. I love Morgan's work, David's work, and Alexis has been doing pretty pretty good, right? Alexis, are you just quick question? Are you the one? Did you? I don't know if I should ask this on the roundtable, but how you got in? Was it through when I did the Instagram call out?
Yes. Yeah, you're the one who selected me. So like Hunger Games, I was like, I volunteered this tribute, and you was like, okay.
So I'm responsible for your existence here.
Yes. Okay, don't say it like that. Like.
Awesome. Yeah, I too, I'm not an artist or anything with Saturday AM. You know, I help with events that we have going on and social media pushes. But you know, one day Fred was just posting on Instagram that they were looking for interns to help with the company, and I saw that. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna jump in. I'm gonna see what I could do to help. I'd like to be a part of this company because it's really cool. So that's how I got in. It sounds like it's similar to Alexis, but and if you
Yeah.
guys are interested in working as a staff member on editorial, video editing, as an artist, we
Graphic design, web
sales.
Be my assistant, please. Come be
Yeah.
my assistant.
We have plenty of
It's
openings.
not easy.
You've
It's
been
not
doing,
easy.
you guys have done a great job as well, like Jackie and Alexis. And
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
I know.
So she knows. So you don't even need to say it, bro. She already knows. You already know.
I'm not gonna
Already
say
know.
it again. I'll never say it again.
That was the one time grace right there. Well, okay. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll be back with a new episode soon, so stay tuned. Bye.
Bye, guys.